Ode to a Return to Tiffany. 3 necklaces, all varied in size, meant to fall gently on our collarbones. Mother, sister, daughter, now happiest ties, their love ever written on silver stone. Please return to Tiffany & Co., engraved on hearts that reflect the love. One father who found these to and fro couldn't have known they would put him above. I've never been to New York City, but from what I hear about the town, one mustn't go far to find something pretty. Perhaps this is why it never made me frown. I hope one day to visit that great land, the land on which my heart was made. This return will not leave me beachy and tanned, but with a sparkle that will never fade. 3 women never spend that much, treated beyond their wildest dreams, given something they could wear and touch, all because of one loving man's schemes. Future generations will receive these hearts and find out what they stood for and go, for they now know the love within these parts, so they will return to Tiffany & Co.
I stood there watching the clouds tiptoe by, sun radiating through the endless white. Laying on a backdrop of ceaseless blue sky, I've often wondered if I could take flight. I lay there buried in the tidal sea, ultramarine across the horizon, like an ever-present luminous plea to throw off the rope and set the busy. I walked across a lonely ocean bridge, trying to figure out where it all went, and how I could hope to give it a stitch, despite all I carry in my descent. I drifted by the ethereal caves, oblivious to the drawing of names. Though I could see the laying of the graves, I paid no attention to the trickster's games. The long dark days tend to meander, through the abyss and into the deep, but I am no Highlander. No matter the cost, I must eventually sleep, but to my everlasting chagrin, I don't know if I can once more begin, forever weighed down by what could have been, unwilling to leave it therein.
An ode to my hat. My dearest hat of such a soft forest green, you are quite the statement when worn with sparkles and sheen. You can stick out like a sore thumb or simply get in the way. When it's windy, it's a struggle to get you to stay. But I love you nonetheless, for you give me such class. And I have to admit, you make me walk with some sass. And although I may look like women back in the day, if I were to be honest, I like it better that way. And even when I feel the most down, and like nothing is going as planned, or when I want to curl up in a ball and stick my head in the sand, nothing will put me in a better mood than adding a little style. I notice you on the wall and put you on, I look in the mirror and smile.
An ode to tea. Your subtle flavor expands along my tongue, often energizing, at times promoting calm, reawakening that which was numb as warmth spreads from heart to palm. It is said you make the drinker blind, blind to the trivial, blind to the meaningless din, which so ubiquitously inhabits the unassuming mind. Through you, I transcend to a state akin to nirvana. What simple pleasure could hope to compete? I wander down a well-worn trail, listening to the gentle crunch of leaves under my feet, as the hesitant rays of dawn light up the vale. Sitting amidst a sea of greenery, I ease up. My ever-present worries and uncertainties are made to flee, while the hazy mist rises from my carefully clasped cup. At last, a sense of clarity descends upon me. Your virtues have withstood the fall of many a civilization, creating fellowship, uniting humankind as one, regardless of origin, ability, or nation, listening to all voices, not wanting to shun. I ache for a small sip of your smooth relief, of exquisite mint luxuriating in the perfume of jasmine. Transport me to the vast foliage of that verdant leaf, for without your purity, I will surely descend into sin.
Ode to my dirty old soccer cleats. My blood pumps, my heart races, numb are my chilling fingers. The grass wet, the screams loud, my breath spirals and lingers. I look down at my dirty old cleats, somehow still intact and strong, for I never knew how beloved they'd be or how their lasting power would be so long. Red and white they sparkle, with dirt and grass they shine. The day I got these cleats, I swear, coach increased my playing time. They keep my toes protected and my feet warm in the cold. They even pack a mighty kick despite them being old. They represent my ambition and the challenges that I faced.
They symbolize the struggles and the times I felt like a waste. My dirty old cleats stand for strength and the love I have for the game. They stand for my competitiveness and the adrenaline I simply can't tame. My cleats have seen the best of me and the worst of trying times. They've seen me score the winning goal and when coach made us run lines. They have seen my countless falls and my many injuries on the field, but they always seem to be ready to go when I have once recovered and healed. Now that my days of soccer are over and I am forced to move on and progress, I often think back and remember all that soccer gave me, and for that I am blessed. My teammates will stay lifelong friends, women I'll never forget. I hold dear to my heart the many laughs we shared, the blood, the tears, the sweat. I continue to hold on to these memories and the lessons that I've learned. I remember how much the game has taught me, like how success isn't given, it's earned. Occasionally I miss playing the game, I miss the rush, the sport, the athletes, but I'll never forget the times I've shared with me and my dirty old cleats.